Chapter 2, Pythagoras Theorem. By the name of Pythagoras Theorem, we all are familiar with this theorem. Because in 7th standard, in 8th standard, in 9th, now in 10th, most of the places we use this theorem. But how to form? The hypotenuse square equals to the sum of the square of other side. That is important. So this theorem, the proof of the theorem is going to see in the chapter number 2. So before start with that theorem, we come to the first part is similarity and right angle triangle. Similarity and right angle triangle. We already did a similarity chapter 1. Then we know how to prove the triangles are similar. So same way ADB is similar to the ABC that we prove. Second, we prove BDC which is similar to ABC. And third, we prove ADB is similar to BDC by using test of similarity. So there we prove the right angle triangle, they are also similar. Whenever we prove the triangles are similar, the naming is always important. Here ADB and ABC, A and A is a common angle. And B and D both are 90. So we can say triangle is similar by AA test. Same way in BDC and ABC. BDC, in that angle C is a common angle and B and D each 90. Again the same AA test. Now ADB and BDC. Here D, it is equals to the D as a common. And B and C it's common, so we can say they are similar. Second part is theorem of geometric mean. Theorem of geometric mean, line or the ray which bisect one angle, it divides the opposite side in two parts. So this ray, it is known as geometric mean. So simple formula you have to by heart. Always the vertical line which is divide the angle and side in two parts. So this is known as geometric mean. Here BD is the geometric mean. So we get BD square equals to AD into DC. The geometric mean, square of the geometric mean is equals to the product of that side. That theorem we have to use for many sums. Then our important one is Pythagoras theorem. It's most important theorem. We are already know how to use Pythagoras theorem, but we don't know how to prove it. Its proof is given on page number 34 of your textbook. In right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of remaining two sides. So first we prove the triangles are similar. Then we know triangles are similar. So we write down their ratio which is equal. If the ratios are equal, we do the cross multiple. After do the cross multiple, we know first and second part, we add it and we prove this theorem. In the next video, I prove the whole theorem of Pythagoras. Here just we use as a formula. Now we start with the practice set 2.1. In the first one of practice set 2.1, it is given, identify with reason which of the following are Pythagorean triplet. To find out Pythagorean triplet, first we check out the three sides are given. That is 3, 5 and 4. So which one is greater? So greater, you have to make a square of this. So 5 square is 25. Then add the two smaller sides. Square of the sum of two smaller sides, that is 3 square plus 4 square. So 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. 9 plus 16 you get a 25. So the square of greater side is equals to the square of smaller sides. So they are equal. So it is a Pythagorean triplet. 2.1 second one. It is given here angle MNP. MNP it's 90 and NQ is perpendicular to MP. It's MQ equals to 9, QP equals to 4. You have to find NQ. So how to find the NQ? So as we seen here the geometric mean, the line which divide the opposite side in two parts, it is known as geometric mean. So here NQ square is equals to MQ into QP by geometric mean. So 9 multiply with the 4, you get a 36. So NQ square equals to 36, NQ equals to 6. So NQ value you got it, that is 6. Now third one. In third one, QPR is given a 90 and PM is perpendicular to QR. So it means M is the midpoint of QPR. PM is given a 10 and QM is given a 8. Find QR. So again the PM, this ray divide the line in two parts. Again we use geometric mean, where the PM square equals to QM into MR. PM square, that is 10 square. QM, it is 8. MR, you have to find. So 100 divided by 8. If you cancel the terms, you get in the end 12.5. So MR value is 12.5 and you have to find the QR. So QR is QM plus MR. That is 8 plus 12.5. So you get the 20.5. That's the QR. This way we find the third one. Second chapter, fourth sums. Already we completed third one. Now fourth one. It is given here in figure. It's given find RP and PS using the information given in triangle PSR. So in triangle PSR we can see angle P is given a 30 and angle S is given a 90. So the one angle is 30, the other one is 90, so last one is 60. So here we use theorem 30, 60, 90, which we did in the 9th standard. What the theorem 30, 60, 90? We know the side opposite to 30. It is half of the hypotenuse. So side opposite to 30, that is SR, is the half of hypotenuse PR. So SR is given a 6. So we written here 1 upon 2 equals to PR. Now shift the 2 this side. So 6 multiply with the 2, you get a 12. So this way we got the value of PR, it is 12. The PR value is 12. Now you have to find PS. So PS is the opposite of 60 because this angle is 30, this angle is 90, so this angle it is 60. So PS is the root 3 upon 2 times of PR. PR is 12. So root 3 upon 2 times into 12, which is divided, you get a 6. 6 multiply with the root 3. So PS equals to 6 root 3. This way we find the value of PS. Now we got the PR, we got the PS. So this way we completed our fourth one. Now fifth one. In fifth one, according to the figure, we have to complete the activity. So you can see in the figure, one of the angle is given a 90. And two sides are congruent. AB is congruent to BC. These two are the congruent, which is side opposite to 45. What we write here? Side opposite to 45, or you can write down given. Now, we know that these two sides are equal. It means their opposite angles also equal. So it means BAC, it's a 45 degree. Now AB is equals to BC. So here we use theorem of 45, 45, 90. Side opposite to 45 is the 1 upon square root of 2 into hypotenuse. So 1 upon square root 2 into AC is a root 8. So 1 upon root 2 into root 8. Here 2 root 2 and root 2 cancel. 2 multiply with the 1, you get the 2. So AB and BC, it is 2. This way we find the fifth one. Now sixth one. In sixth one, the diagonal of a square equals to 10 centimeter. It's given. So you have to find the side and perimeter of a square. Now the side of a square, it is x. So in triangle ABC, AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. So square of 10, it is 100. X square and x square, you get the 2x square. 100 divided by 2, you get a 50. Then we find the square root of 50, that is 25 into 2. 25 square root is 5. So x equals to 5 root 2. You got the side of the square is 5 root 2. Now find the perimeter. So perimeter of a square equals to 4 into side. That is 4 into 5 root 2. 4 5s are, you get the 20, which is 20 root 2. That is the perimeter of a square. So perimeter of square equals to 20 root 2. This way we get the sixth one. Now seventh one. Seventh one, you can see in the next video. Now eighth one. Find the diagonal. Why we taken eighth one? Because 6th and 8 almost same sums. That's why we solve 8 first and 7th we solve afterward. Find the diagonal of a rectangle whose length is 35 centimeter and breadth is 12 centimeter. So here you can see in the figure, length 35, breadth is 12. You have to find the diagonal of the rectangle. So that is AC. So we take a triangle ABC. In that AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Here we use Pythagoras theorem. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, this hypotenuse square equals to sum of square of other side. So 35 square is 1225. 12 square is 144. If you add it, you get a 1369. So AC square equals to 1369. So AC equals to 37. The square root of 1369 is 37. So you got the diagonal of a square is 37. So this way we completed 8th one.